Hey, all my movie maniacs. If you've followed the show for a while, you know I didn't care for the first Ninja Turtles film that came out a couple years ago. Well, the first of the reboot, if you will. It just didn't sit right, and I was like, maybe they aren't going to make any more. But they did make a sequel. We heard about it, and I saw the trailers. I didn't have much hope for it. The CGI looked kind of sketchy, and I just was expecting more of the same. But let me tell you, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows takes what was good about the first one, which was how they actually portrayed the turtles, and they built off of that. And this film, in spite of myself, I really enjoyed this movie. Now, Dave Green this time around is directing this story that takes place a year after the events of the first one, where we have the returning cast coming back. Megan Fox playing April O'Neil, who's doing some investigation on Baxter Stockman, a new character we have in here, played fantastically by Tyler Perry. I was worried about when I saw him in the trailer, but let me tell you, he does really good justice to this role and is a lot of fun to watch as Baxter Stockman. Well, she does investigating with him, and she thinks he's working with the Foot Clan to help try to spring Shredder, who is in jail. Well, her instincts are correct, and with the help of the Turtles, they fight off the Foot Clan as they try to rescue Shredder. But Shredder, well, he does escape, and he joins forces with an interdimensional being named Krang, and with the help of Baxter Stockman, Krang, and two new mutants, which Baxter helped create, Bebop and Rocksteady, we see them trying to make plans to take over the world, and the only people to stop them are the Turtles, who themselves are suffering a bit from an identity crisis. And so we see how all of these things clash, with a new character named Casey also entering the mix. Lots of things going on in this sequel, and I just had a blast with this. I really enjoyed this film, many aspects of it. Now, I'm going to say right away that, as it got near the end, the third act got a little bit more cliche. It felt a little bit more like the first one, but I didn't care by that point because the rest of this film is done really well. First off, Megan Fox really surprises me in this. I know I've been kind of hard on her in her past films, but in this one, she does very well as April O'Neil. This is the April O'Neil I wanted to see in the first one, is in this one. Now, we do have a little sexuality going on in here, which I didn't think was needed, and you saw that in the trailer, but that didn't take away from her character. I really enjoyed how she portrayed April O'Neil this time around, and especially the way she plays off with the character Casey, played by Arrow himself, Stephen Amell, who was a welcome addition to this. I really enjoyed his Casey as well. He brought some freshness to this film, and he played off very well with Megan Fox, so they have some great scenes together. The Turtles, they, again, have matured, and I really liked how they were portrayed in here. They look better in here, though they are the oversized large guys. Facial features and animations, overall, CGI looked a lot better through most of this film. Now, Shredder, I will say, I felt got a little shortchanged again in this film, and hopefully if they do a third film, maybe he can come back. But it still was great to see Shredder with the blades and the mask. He does get that in here. And Krang, they sold Krang very well. He's a complete CGI type of guy. And again, looks a little too much animated, but for a film like this, you do have to give a little leeway, and I did give some. Bebop and Rocksteady looked a lot better than they did in the trailer, and they were really fun characters. This film had the spirit of the 1990s Turtle film by a lot, where whatever was lacking in that first one, they've made up for it in this one. I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it, especially to those who have kids who enjoy the Turtles. This is one that everyone, I think, will enjoy. It does get a little bit of cheese in parts, but you're going to get that with a film like this. There's a great theme going on in here about brothers and teamwork in that, and they work that in there as well, but it doesn't get too preachy. And the end scene, while it is a bit of a CGI fest, I didn't see it in the 3D, and I probably wouldn't recommend seeing it in 3D because some of the fight scenes might be a little distracting, but in the 2D, they looked great. You could tell what was going on, and yeah, this is a far superior film from the first one. It's not groundbreaking or phenomenal, but I'm going to say it right here, right now. I had more fun with this film than with X-Men Apocalypse. Yes, I said that. I did. I was laughing. I was smiling in this film. The narration of the story moves along fairly well. It doesn't get too clunky in parts like the first one. And yeah, just overall better film, more improved film, and it's a fun time. I give it 4 stubs, one for each turtle. Yes, I said that. 4 stubs. Didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I would have. I was going to give it 3 3/4, but the more I think about it, the more I go, this is a film that I would watch again. So check it out. I'm sure many of you probably disagree with me. Leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Please subscribe. We're that close to 1,000 subscribers. And thank you so much, as always, for your support. And remember, keep that ticket stub.